Franchise Fuel, Smarter Growth Podcast with Vern Nicholson.
Is this a bug goes on into your heart and brain? Do you breathe or take us satisfied?
Welcome to another episode of Franchise Fuel, Smarter Growth, the podcast where we explore the strategies, insights, and tools that help franchise brands grow with intention. Whether you're a seasoned development executive, an emerging brand, or a curious entrepreneur, this show is built for you. Each episode is designed to deliver real value and practical takeaways from inside and outside the franchise world. But today, we're doing something a little different. This episode is a personal one. It's a chance for me to share more of my own journey, where I've been, what drives me, and the people and experiences that shake my perspective. From publishing a book about professional football, to walking through life and purpose with my wife Candace, to stepping into a new role at Vetro Media, this is about growth in every sense of the word, professional, personal, and community-driven. So whether you're walking the dog, driving to your next discovery day, or just looking to recharge your mindset, I invite you to sit back and enjoy this story-driven episode. It's not just about building smarter franchises, it's about building a smarter life. Let's get into it. Long before stepping into the world of franchise development, I found myself deep in a very different kind of research: football. In 2018, I published a book titled The Asterisk, a professional football comparison that stemmed from my time working at a lodging research company in the early 2000s. I worked for the now deceased president, who had 5 sons, 4 of whom were passionate New England Patriots fans. As a loyal Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I was often caught in debates about which team truly dominated the early 2000s. This friendly rivalry led me to conduct an in-depth analysis comparing both organizations. What began as banter turned into serious research. I discovered remarkable patterns about leadership, infrastructure, and culture that contributed to both teams' dynasties. Those findings became the backbone of The Asterisk. It's more than a football book. It's a story about what separates good from great in competitive environments. If you're a fan of football, leadership, or organizational strategy, I believe you'll find real value in it. The Asterisk, a fan's grievance on cheating and rule manipulation in the NFL, is available wherever books are sold: Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and Google Books. Now, let's transition from the football field to the heart of my everyday life. After talking about the past and what inspired me to write, I have to share something much closer to the heart. One of the greatest joys in my life is my wife, Candace Nicholson. Candace is an absolute force in education. She was recently honored as the 2024 Teacher of the Year for the state of Michigan and also named a Distinguished Alumni by Michigan State University. These accolades don't even scratch the surface of who she is: a compassionate leader, a passionate educator, and the true heartbeat of our home. I've watched her pour her heart into students, fellow teachers, and communities with the kind of energy that makes you believe anything is possible. She uplifts those around her and inspires me every day. We support each other deeply, and her professional journey is a constant reminder that purpose and impact are powerful motivators. Now that you've met the heart of my household, let me tell you how things have evolved professionally with my newest role at Vetro Media. Professionally, I've stepped into an exciting new chapter. After spending more than 20 years in digital marketing, I joined Vetro Media as Vice President of Strategy and Growth, and it has been a transformative experience. Vetro Media is not just another agency. It's a forward-thinking, AI-powered growth company that's making waves in the franchise marketing space. What drew me to the role was the mission, combining data, strategy, and automation to help brands grow smarter. The transition has been incredibly smooth, in large part because I'm working alongside a fantastic team, including my good friend, Edwin Chigumbu. Edwin and I worked closely together at Integrated Digital Strategies, IDS, now known as Ignite, and it's been both familiar and refreshing to build something powerful together again. This role allows me to connect my experience with a bold vision for the future of franchise development. It's challenging, energizing, and truly exciting. But while professional growth is fulfilling, personal transformation has been just as meaningful. Let me tell you how Candace and I changed our lives, one step at a time. At the beginning of 2024, Candace and I made a simple decision. Let's start walking together every day. That small decision turned into a life-changing journey. What began as daily 30-minute strolls quickly became our favorite part of the day. It gave us space to talk, reflect, and decompress. Over the months, I began to feel lighter, mentally and physically. As of today, I've lost 30 pounds, and I feel better than I have in years. Candace often shares our journey on her podcast, Chalkboard Chatter, where she encourages others to find wellness through daily habits. These walks have become sacred to us. We've grown closer as a couple and found clarity in areas of life that once felt noisy. Whether it's rain or shine, we lace up and go for our minds, our marriage, and our mission to live better. And speaking of energizing moments, let me take you inside one of the year's most impactful industry events, the National Franchise Show. Attending the National Franchise Show in Novi was an incredible experience. It offered the chance to connect with emerging brands and some of the brightest minds in the industry. I had the pleasure of meeting Ashley Roberts, Director of Strategic Initiatives at Beyond Juicery and Eatery. This brand is redefining fast casual dining with a menu focused on fresh-made smoothies, wraps, raw juices, and bowls. Beyond Juicery is about community, wellness, and flavor, and it shows in every location. Learn more at beyondjuiceryeatery.com. Another standout conversation was with Mark Howland, co-founder and CEO of Breadless, a brand born right here in Michigan. Breadless offers nutrient-rich, low-carb wraps made with leafy greens instead of bread, appealing to wellness-focused consumers who still want bold flavors. Their mission is rooted in inclusivity and access to healthier food. You can check them out at eatbreadless.com. These conversations reminded me of why I love what I do, connecting people, ideas, and brands that are shaping the future. And if that wasn't energizing enough, what happened next at the Detroit Digital Empowerment Summit truly inspired me. Shortly after the franchise show, I had the opportunity to attend the Detroit Digital Empowerment Summit, organized by visionary leader Johnny Turnage. The event focused on community innovation, equity in tech, and empowering underrepresented voices in the digital space. One of the most impactful sessions was a panel discussion on the future of AI. It featured Aaron Reddick, a cultural technologist, leading meaningful conversations around ethics in AI, and Anthony Van Klein, MBA, the gaming PC channel marketing manager at AMD. Their discussion wasn't just about where technology is going. It was about who it includes, how it can heal or harm, and how we must be intentional with innovation. They explored AI's role in education, gaming, small business development, and culture. I left feeling not just informed, but moved. Events like this are proof that when you bring diverse voices to the table, real change happens. So now that you've taken this journey with me through football, marriage, health, and professional purpose, I love to keep the conversation going.
Thank you for spending time with me in this special edition of Franchise Fuel Smarter Growth. This episode was deeply personal and a chance to pull back the curtain on what drives me. From writing The Asterisk to walking hand in hand with Candace, from professional transitions to community inspiration.
If you enjoyed this episode, I would truly appreciate it if you liked, commented, and subscribed to the podcast. Your support helps this show grow, reach new listeners, and spark more conversations that matter. I'd also love to hear from you. What part of this episode resonated most? Do you have a story of transformation, growth, or partnership you'd like to share? Let's connect. Until next time, keep growing, personally and professionally. And remember, smarter growth is always possible when purpose leads the way.
Franchise Fuel. Smarter Growth Podcast with Vern Nicholson.
Is this a goggles on? Do you hide in rain? Do you breathe or take a satisfied?